Good evening from Yummy BTV. Sending loads of love as usual. I just had to pop into London and then go back home. Let me go up the stairs here and do it. Paul Allen, my boy, man. I hope you're all right up there. I just got a comment off you, big fella. Hoping all's well and everything like that. Whoops, Uncle Yummy. That was nearly the end for the fifth time in life. Yeah, Paul, you asked about Jay Grego. All right, I'm going to do the best I possibly can for you, all right? So, Jay Grego, my Manchester mate, we knew about the famous story, if you like, about one of my comical hitmen things from back in the day with Jonesy and Grego calling a halt to it. But let me tell you about the two smallest men, me included. Well, I don't put myself in the top 10 or 15, but I say Jay Grego and Bucky, couldn't choose between the both of them. The hardest, baddest, nicest two short geezers I ever met, right? And that's facts. Many people will be able to tell you that as well, if they're going to be completely honest. Now, Jay's about my height, right? Jay, if you're ever listening, my boy, send me loads of love to you and the family, son. But, right, so, let's put it this way, Paul, right? So, I told you about that day, the hit, and, you know, Grego, you know, one of my besties kind of thing, if you get what I mean, from Manchester. That person that just asked me if I was coming to Manchester soon again is going to be very, very soon, to be honest. So, yeah, I put him at the top of the tree for fitness and strength for that kind of size there, because I was like 11 and a half, 12 stone, and Jake could have only been about 9 and a half, 10, by the speed of his hands, and for sheer superhuman for what his size was quite something to behold, to be honest. I remember he got me into the rowing machine. You know, it's harder for shorter men, but he gave the taller men a run for their money with the rowing machine, because you know the rowing machine is more, the taller men with taller legs get a better go at it, if you get what I mean. Supposedly, I'm not an expert on the rowing thing. But yep, right, Jay, yep, I've got to say this on his behalf. I hope he doesn't mind me saying, there's a little joke at the end of it as well. But a man who I spent a lot of time with, quite a few years, I think, actually. And I remember there was a time, Paul, when the trouble was lurking. Another sad piece of that fake life, you know, that we all led, and lives have been lost. And but I'm hearing, you know, he's on the straight and narrow now, a straight goer, living with his family, and things are going much better for him. He's not involved in criminality, from the last I heard. He has his own business and helps in the community and that kind of stuff as well. But one thing always sticks out in my mind. I remember when there was trouble on the horizon, especially with the Manchester lot, where I was in tight with probably all sides. But you know, when work was coming up at that time, I can definitely remember me running up to Jay Grego and saying to him, Jay, look, is it true a couple of enemies have landed? How about, do you want me? Can I? No, yeah, me, listen, I don't have people do anything for me, boy. I do things myself. Right, fact, without a shadow of a doubt. Get on this one. Going down the gym, right? Long Larton, if you know what Long Larton's like. If you've been there, if you don't, we've gone over it many times before. Ended up going down the gym. He has only a pair of prison tracksuit things on, and he's got prison shorts underneath, right? Talking about ready, always ready in that life. It's definitely a man I would never want to fall out with, and I'm being deadly serious here. Not saying it because he was half my mate at all. But this one was a funny one. I don't know where it came from. So we're talking about a weapon, say, from the size, say, a weapon, jagged edge, everything that goes with it, from the engineer's tool, a metal, right? So we're getting ready to go and do our training. I'm hearing during that time there's trouble for him in that jail, and we ended up in the toilets, right? So he was running to the toilets. He was saying, Yami, watch for 1 minute, please. So he's taken off his tracksuit bottoms, must have got down to his shorts, and I heard clang onto the floor, and there was a big long weapon about that size, allegedly. Right, because you remember I'm looking under the seat and I'm trying to work out where the FNL that's come from, because it was a long old piece, right? So we know we all in that life we picked up weapons, we used it. You know, some stories are true, some stories ain't. But the only thing I never really got over, or I can't realise how it happened, because once you hang up your tracksuit bottoms on the, you know, when you come into the change room, hang it on the top, the blue shorts, I like that. So just recollecting now, Paul, I don't know whether you find this funny or not, but when I heard the clang inside the toilet, and there's only me and him in the toilet, I was thinking, where was it? Where was the weapon concealed? Obviously, not his weapon, if you get what I mean. But realistically, where? How could something so long and so seriously looking? Where did that clanging come from? Unless you can tell me there was someone else in the toilet, and my memory serves me. You know what I'm like? I'm a bit absent-minded. But no, there's some serious men in there, and they are ready at all times for battle, because these are the things that happen in that life, and it gets more serious and serious, and some men just won't take no check whatsoever when there's danger around. But half joking, half serious, you know Uncle Yami already, Paul. And apart from that, Jay Grego, lovely geezer, one of the nicest, baddest, shortest men that I ever met, and I'll be in Manchester very soon. Love you all dearly.